Hello, hello. It's March 29th, 2023. It's a SIG Node CI subgroup meeting. Welcome, everybody. First agenda item today is from Ahil. Let me share my screen. It will be handy for everybody to see what's going on. You should see my screen now. And first item, I will open it now. It's here. SIG Node image validation. Ahil, I know you started a Slack thread on that as well. Do you want to speak up and say what the issue is?
Yeah, so this test has been now failing for quite a long time. And like when I actually check the logs, it's like related to the containerd version that is like being used in that image. It does not support it's like actually testing on the containerd 1.4 version. That's like and like we are testing it against CRI v1 API. So that's why actually the error is happening. If we update the course version, it should be fixed, but like when in that Slack thread when discussed with David, it was asked like whether this test is relevant and whether we should keep it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to discuss.
Do you know which test it runs?
Yes.
Can open it here. Image validation. Oh. Yeah, this one. What is the focus? So it runs everything except slow and serial. Yeah, I think Mike, are you in a call?
Yes, I'm here. So the COS 89 LTS is a deprecated COS version. I think we can upgrade to something more new, or something newer here. You can assign me on the issue, and I can help with that.
Yeah, I think the bigger question is not how to fix this particular job. We can just make it green for now.
Right.
The bigger question, what's the test matrix we need to have, and maybe you can work on like setting up the test matrix and making sure we need this test as well, and maybe it will be covered in other tests.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, let me check if any other tests focus on that image. Maybe we can actually dedupe against one of them. It's a Miranda 96. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll suggest to make it green first, and then have document describing what you want to cover.
Definitely. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Ahil, for bringing it up. Okay. And it runs. Yeah, it runs quite often, so maybe
Yeah.
We can increase this interval as well. We don't need that often.
So there is a similar test for like Ubuntu also. So for that also should we make the change, like even the interval change? So
yeah, interval change would be great because we don't need that. We try to save money on resources, and failed test is more expensive than green test, and interval is also important.
okay. Okay.
Thank you. Now, yeah, this is it. Any other agenda items? If not, we will go to next to triage. I pre-opened all the tabs. So Parker wants reviewership on all those related items. I will need to consult as approvers, but I don't see any problems with Okay. Nothing from Paka. Credential providers Google can through as it will be removed. So okay, yeah, it makes sense. So this is not a required flag any longer, and oh, GitHub is not happy. Yeah, it's clearly not working. Not the best week for GitHub. Yeah, I think it totally makes sense. I have no issues with that. Sorry for doing it during triage, but I think it's so minor that we can just take it out of the way. Ryan, bump all node ready timeouts. Yeah, Ryan is not on the call today. Yeah, I would ask the same. Do not merge. Okay, it's waiting on author then. Work in progress. Yeah, this is probably code removal, so we'll archive it out of this board, but it will be tracked on other board. Graduate Kubernetes resource next to GA. Same. There is a huge test coverage. No, test coverage is very small. Yeah, minor tests. So I think it will be due together with a code change. Yeah, this is clearly not related to us. Test cases. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, a lot of tests. Lots of tests from Patrick. If anybody, like, I will put it as waiting on author because it's work in progress. But if somebody wants to start looking into that, please speak up. Okay. 50 managing grace period blocked by pre-stop. How much test is it? Interesting. Here's a test. Is anybody interested to review this node lifecycle test? Or pod lifecycle, rather.
Yes, Sergey, you can assign to me.
Sure. Thank you. says waiting on author here. I wonder if, yeah, I see all the comments answered. Okay. Move variables captured by func literals in Go statements. Is it marked as test and bug? Oh, we looked at it last time. Yeah, we asked whether it's found by code analysis or it's failing test. There's basically a refactoring needed because of some improper use of funcs. Anybody interested in learning Go deeply?
I think I've seen this before. I can help on this.
Mike?
Mhm.
I will remove bug. Yeah, this one we just discussed. I'll move to in progress. Thank you, Mike. And this one, yeah, I pinged. So remember we discussed last time, it's flaking on containerity, but it constantly failing on CRI-O. And I believe I pinged proper people, so let me try again.
Sergey, if it's failing on cryo specifically, then we should ping Sasha from my team. Let me get his. Yeah, that's one.
You CC me as well.
Commander.
Add her, Commander.
Yeah, I didn't look at the failure, and I think this test is doing something with new metrics. So I don't know. Anyway, maybe these metrics are not propagated somehow. Anyway, okay, I will put it into issues to do because nobody assigned to it yet. If you feel that you want to fix it, please assign to yourself. Okay, I think we're done with this board triage.
Sergey, I just got here. Can you
assigned.
post the link to that last ticket so I can like look at that one? It looks interesting to me. Thanks. 116872.
Yeah, let me open the chat.
Thanks.
You want me to CC you, or you just want to look stealth mode? Okay, with that, I suggest we go to the bug triage, unless anything else comes up. Okay. Okay. Static pods are rejected by admission. We periodically tried. Oh yeah, this feature. It should have been removed. This one we just discussed, and we moved it out of the bugs. What pending potentializing state after init container on killed? Okay. Just like another.
It looks like Sasha is already looking into it.
Yeah. Yeah, since we don't have a clear repro on 126, this needs information. Yeah, this one created as a result of pull request review, and I would take it. When they already self-assigned, so it's no need to find anybody. Triaged. Good. Okay. This code is invalid. 6 hours ago. Very fresh from the oven.
Ejection. Do you even understand what they're talking about?
I
If
think
they
they meant eviction.
exceed a limit, they wanted it to be ejected.
I think they meant eviction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like a good
Ejection is a fast
reproducer.
solution, right?
There's a good reproducer here. Sergey, you can assign it to me.
Do you think it has enough details to accept triage?
Yeah, I mean, the node allocatables and capacities are in SIG Node, so if there's a reproducer, I can try it. Oh, this looks like older version.
Yeah, it's very old version.
Maybe you can ask them if they can reproduce this with the latest.
Yeah, that's already asked. Yeah. You want me to CC you, just in case? Or you wouldn't really?
Yeah, you can assign it. No problem.
This is a very old Kubernetes version.
Yeah, it's mostly a question of reproducing it. In-place pod resizing should be designed in the kubectl config state loop. Yeah, it's one of those, another one that requires refactoring after in-place upgrade. So I will triage accept it. And Vinay already assigned, so it should be fine. another one about refactoring. Grateful node shutdown doesn't update endpoints for terminating pods, and it shouldn't. Yeah, a couple questions would be whether there are readiness probes, and second is whether serving flag will be set. Yes. And this kept introducing the serving flag. So endpoints have different flags. Like one flag is ready. Ready means that pod is active and actually a readiness probe is succeeded. And serving meaning that pod is terminating, but it's still ready. So I think that may be the second case. So SIG node, maybe SIG networking as well, but let's see.
Did you say where the flag is indicated at?
Well, endpoint slice. So
Like describe this slice. Okay. I'm just thinking as a ticket writer, I would wonder, how do I find that flag to give you that data?
yeah, Kubernetes SIG Nodes. Let me find out. I updated personally this documentation very recently. Serving tasks. Networking. No, run application. I think it's run application. No. I probably can just give sleep. So Antonio requested some other logs. Check the logs of endpoint slice controller. I don't know how to get those logs. Complete the pod stack in terminating state after kubelet restart. Terminating kubelet.
We would need kubelet log with the log level 4.
Oh, you're saying they need to increase log level?
Yeah, that information will be enough.
Zero 4 times per week in large clusters. Persistent 123. They run AWS with Cryo. Okay. Oh, because they custom installed it.
They're seeing this issue on Docker as well as Cryo.
Yeah, I don't think it's a kind support. I think it's kind bug. But 123 is deprecated already. Okay, so versions unsupported. And then
Yeah, I think that's a fair way to resolve this one.
but Harsha also requested level 4 logs, but with the load they have 300, 700 nodes with 16,000 pods. I'm not sure if it will be feasible.
True. Sergey, can you CC on this bar?
Transport using mmap can cause queues on the Kubernetes node. Okay.
But that's the limitation we have in C group V1, right? Where it will not, we don't have control what process will be picked up by kernel to get home killed. Are they suggesting that that's wrong behavior?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand. They try and, oh, by the way, they have 126 Kubernetes with 125 cryo. A little mismatch. But anyway, so I think they complaining about this memory limit and that you allocate more than memory limit.
Yeah, that can happen. Like it could,
Yeah.
we have seen this where kernel could take a little longer to enforce those limits. And in that time, the pod might exceed the limit, but it will get killed.
And they say that it's not pod will be killed, but something else will be killed.
Yeah, that control we don't have. It depends on score.
Basically, the kernel just chooses a process to kill, and sometimes it's unlucky ones.
Yeah, but it happens when overall node has lack of resources, and I think in this case we need to enforce this limit for specific pod. Right? I'm not sure if entire node has lack of memory.
Yeah, I mean, it'll choose the kernel. Like, I think it will prioritize killing that pod, or like, you know, the pods, the processes within the C group, but so it's just killing other processes.
Yeah, it'll do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the behavior of C group V1 is like not, it's not super logical. It kind of just, the kernel will just kill whatever it can, like whatever process. If it's like detecting memory scarcity within, you know, on the node, then it'll just stop a pod or stop any process that it can. I think maybe it might make sense for us to recommend C group V2 and see if the behavior makes more sense, because I am certain it will.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This ticket never says that node has memory scarcity.
They want to make sure that only that pod gets killed, the violating part. So we can, as Peter said, we can suggest C group V2 and see if that helps.
Also, do pods get evicted based on memory? I thought that we didn't do any sort of specific eviction logic. We just allowed the kernel killer to kill the processes that it sees fit.
You would see evicted message if you go at kubectl get pods, you would say sometimes evicted as a status.
Okay.
So you can assign this to me.
It seems odd to me that the kills are actually the kernel, and how there's a pod going to the kubelet doesn't force the kernel to do things. It sounds like the kernel's doing something. It doesn't sound like it could be a kubelet problem. Evictions could be kubelet problems.
Okay. Configuring size policy for in-place pod VPA has no effect. I thought you haven't spoken at all. I just looked at the chat. Yeah, we didn't have anything.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least I didn't speak over anyone, so that's fine.
You want to comment on this memory thing?
Yeah, I think someone asked if we evict for kills, and didn't think that occurred unless there. I didn't think kills were relevant for eviction. It was just if you had a pending pod that couldn't schedule for whatever reason. I've certainly seen pods that have been or containers that have been killed hundreds of times. So.
Yeah, eviction is separate from kills.
But then maybe I might have encountered some bugs. I have seen status as evicted in past when pods were killed.
In killed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it can happen. It's just not related to the kill as far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was under that impression too.
Although in my case, the system was under stress. So the test I was running where I will put the system under severe stress, and then the pod will essentially put the system under stress, and that will be subject for kill. And sometimes I've seen it says evicted. But this testing I've done quite some time ago, so it might have been even fixed by now.
Yeah, my understanding is that eviction takes time. We have this interval, and then if we detect evictions, then we can take an action. But if we're too late, and kill will come and do some random killing.
Yes, the kills from the kernel. It has its own schedule. It doesn't know or care what Kubernetes is doing.
Right. Anyway, okay. Moving here. I don't see any. So what happens? They try to use this feature, but then this feature didn't work. On the runtime. Okay, let me ask about runtime and logs. And then kubelet logs. I forgot to do this information thingy. Image pool always may pull stale images. Yes, it really depends on runtime. Okay, but the very old version is Docker. It's a feature request, and then
Can you CC me on this one, please? X McQueen. X.
right.
Right. And
Oh.
you got 3 C's
What?
on there. Okay.
Sorry. What change are they requesting in always policy?
To avoid using the local cache and always ask for a new digest.
Okay, but this will be handled by runtimes, right? This
Yeah, that's a feature, right?
it's not a and it will be handled at the runtime, like not the kubelet area thing.
Kubelet never passes any flag to runtime saying whether to refresh or not. Yeah, but recently I saw a lot of messages about that. So clearly something confusing happening here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we reached the end of SIG Node bugs. I wanted to tell about my, I'm going to vacation next 2 weeks. It's a last chunk of my parental leave. And I wonder if we can just postpone these meetings and don't do it for next 2 weeks. So anybody who wants to do, to drive the meeting. I think we are after test freeze and release, branch wouldn't be opened till in next 2 weeks. So there is no urgent need to do triage, but if somebody wants to do it.
It'll get big. Is anybody else qualified? I'm certain I would screw it all up. So if somebody's qualified, I'd like to see us keep working on these bug queues. Nobody
I
else.
think we can keep the meeting as well, and then triage offline. That works.
What was that proposal?
I think we can just keep the meeting and triage offline, and if there's like any critical need for help on a particular issue, then you can just ping us on Slack.
Yeah, I don't know how to keep the meetings. I'll need to give credentials to somebody. So if somebody wants to, it's easier to just cancel them than coordinate that. But if somebody wants to do it and there is a need for that, I can do that for sure.
I support keeping Sergey's stress level low and doing what's easy for the guy running the show.
Okay, we definitely need somebody to join me soon. Maybe by end of year we can have somebody who feel confident enough to run this meeting as well. Okay, thank you everybody. See you in 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Bye bye.